Welcome to the MarketSpace application webinar. I'm Jennifer Woods, Director of Business Development at MarketSpace. In the next 20 minutes, I'm going to walk you through the MarketSpace application so you can see how making calling on unqualified leads can be a thing of the past. But before I take you to the platform, let me just give you a 1-minute overview of what MarketSpace is and how it came to being. So MarketSpace is a highly intelligent digital lead sharing platform that perfectly matches consumers and providers. And MarketSpace was invented as a result of our founders being frustrated at the amount of time wasted and energy spent chasing unqualified leads when selling financial services. And they quickly realized that networking and referrals was their best source of new business revenue, but they couldn't ignore how much time was wasted having coffee or going to functions that didn't really yield any results. So having extensive backgrounds in the fintech world, they created MarketSpace to use our #1 source of new business revenues, referrals, to also be efficient with the aid of technology. The result is a technology that allows us to spend our time making money with qualified prospects instead of squandering our time trying to find them, and give us more time to spend with our family and friends. So now I'm going to take you to the platform. Well, this is the MarketSpace application, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to share customized leads, and there is a bonus at the end for you. Well, when we're looking at this application, there's really 3 roles that you need to be aware of. There's the role of the MarketSpace partner, and the MarketSpace partner is someone who is sharing leads on the platform. Then there's the role of the provider. The provider is buying the leads on the platform. And then there is the consumer. The consumer obviously is going to be purchasing the services. And also note that the provider is able to customize their purchases, and the consumer as well can customize the services that they're looking for. And also just note that everyone who participates makes money. The partner, when they're sharing leads, make money when the business closes. The providers, of course, are making money because business is closing on the platform. And the consumers can not only purchase the exact services they're looking for, but they can also share leads, so they can make money in that way as well. And MarketSpace works in 3 simple steps. The first is find, second is share, and third is get paid. So it's pretty simple. So first, let me show you how you get found. So I'll take you to your profile. And so you would just build a profile, go into the account, and you'd fill out this information. You can upload a picture, make it look pretty, and make updates as necessary there. And this is really important because without a profile, you cannot be found. You can't be found by your current referral partners online and on the platform, I should say. The consumers can't find you, and then our system won't be able to match you to perfectly fit leads. So it's pretty important that you get a profile. Just like on LinkedIn, to be found and connect, you need a profile. It's the same here at MarketSpace. And at the end of the webinar, I'm going to invite you to pre-register so you can get a profile. And remember, I have something pretty special for you as well. The next step is to share. So I have an opportunity to share a lead. So it's so simple. I just click on New Lead. And in today's example, I'm going to be a business banker. So I'm going to share a lead in payroll because I don't sell payroll, but someone needs payroll, and I'm going to share that. So right now what we're doing in our networking is we're not in referrals. We're not really sharing leads. We're making introductions. So we're the #1 way is going on email, and we're making introductions to email, and then LinkedIn, we make introductions that way, and every now and then people still exchange business cards. Well, here I actually get to make a lead versus an introduction, and I'll show you why. So this particular person is looking for time and attendance tracking, so I put in that particular product for them. And I don't know if you notice what happened is all this information showed up at the bottom. And these are pre-qualification questions. So right now we usually offer our referral partners some questions to ask prospects to make sure they're going to give us qualified leads. And so we do the same thing on MarketSpace, only it's easier because all of the pre-qualification questions, well, they're already populated onto the system. And actually you should know that we right now have all these questions for the financial services industry, insurance, legal, real estate, healthcare, technology, auto, home maintenance and repair, and we're adding more every day. And no matter what industry you're in, you can customize your own pre-qualification questions and load them on the system. So for my example, I'm sending a payroll lead out into the market. I can put in the amount, I can put in the date that they want it to close, okay, and any additional information and fill this out. And then I can send it directly to my exchange partner. Or if I do not have an exchange partner, someone that I refer business back and forth to, I can send it out to the market and the system will automatically match a provider for that person for me. And also, if I don't want to take the time to do this and fill this out, if I'm not with that person, I can send them a link and they can fill out the information themselves and send it to me, and then I can send it to the market. So it just makes it very efficient. Now remember the different roles. The other role I want you to think about on this leads page is the consumer. So with this digital era of consumerism, this really perfectly matches how we like to buy. We like to get what we want when we want it and how we want it. And so I'm a consumer now, and let's say I need to purchase a loan. I'm looking for a mortgage loan, and I'm going to select the type of loan that I want. I can put in the amount, and notice the information here changed again. I don't really have to know that much about loans, and this MarketSpace will walk me right through all the questions I really need to ask myself to get exactly what I'm looking for. And then I can go ahead and I can send that out to the market. So of course consumers don't have this exchange button right here. But that is how easy that is to share a lead. Now I'm going to put my provider hat on, and I'm going to show you how you get these leads you want, how you can customize them. So I'm going to go to Customize Leads. And again, I'm a business banker today, so of course I'm going to select that category. And I am specifically looking for leads in loans. So I'm going to click on conventional loans. Now watch what happens when I click this button. Oh wait, let me try another one. I already got that one. Okay, SBA loans. I add that filter and see that shows up down there. But I also would like to do some regular lines of credit, and I'll add that filter there. And so the beauty of this is I'm able to dial in on exactly the kind of leads that I'm looking for in terms of the products that I want to sell. But my favorite part about this is actually, watch what happens down here. I can go into any of these products, and now I can hone in on my clientele by targeting my clientele by getting real specific on the types of revenues or the product amount, depending on the kind of business I'm in. So we can make these adjustments, and you can type it in up here too if that's easier for you, whatever you want to do. And you can save that and make those changes, and now I'm going to be receiving those leads specifically built upon these filters. And so for most of us right now, that 80-20 rule applies, where 80% of our revenue comes from 20% of our clientele. Well, we want to flip that at MarketSpace. So when we're able to attract exactly the type of leads and clientele we're looking for, now we can have 80% of our clients bringing in the majority of our revenues. So just imagine what that is going to do for your revenues. Okay, so now I'm going to show you the result of doing this lead customization, and I'm going to take you to opportunities. So now what we're going to look at here is they're no longer leads, these are opportunities, because on the other side we have had consumers raise their hand and say, this is what I want. So I want you to notice you can see your opportunities by status, and oh, I have 7 opportunities, so I need to jump on that. I haven't done anything with those. And I have 1 opportunity that's closed. I have 3 that are awaiting partner decisions, 2 buyer decision, 1 pending proposal, 1 pending is closed, and 2 are pending acknowledgement. So I can track what's going on with my opportunities. What I really like is I can see where they're coming from. So right now, the majority of my opportunities are coming from MarketSpace. I actually only have 1 for my exchange partner, and I have 1 from a direct client. And important to know too that when you have a lead come from a direct client, there is never a charge for that lead because it's not been generated through MarketSpace. But we did that because we want it to be really simple and efficient for you. You can just have all of your lead sources on one place. Then if we go over here, you can see where the majority of your leads are coming from in terms of your products. So most of my leads are right now in checking and in insurance disability, or disability insurance. okay? And then if I want to change my view and only look at, let's say I only want to view my MarketSpace leads, I just select this filter, and there you go. Now I can just look at that. Now I'm going to show you, I'm going to open up one of these for you. I'll do disability insurance. So here now I can hone in more on this lead, and I can look at the amount, the date they wanted to close, any additional information, and then down here, these are those pre-qualification questions that are pertinent to the related product. So of course it changes, product dependent. And then I can decide to propose to it or not propose to it. But this looks like exactly what I'm looking for, lines up with what I want, so I'm going to go ahead and propose. Now notice that the proposal information pops up on the same page. Again, just being efficient, so you don't have to go back and forth between two different screens or anything, and I can just easily go grab the information I need. I can fill that information out. If I get busy, I can save it, or I can go ahead and submit that to the market. So this is just a great way to eliminate time spent searching and qualifying prospects, because now over in our opportunities, we're getting, exactly what we're looking for. So we're eliminating the time, the money, and the energy spent on poor leads and lack of qualified leads. And now, one salesperson can generate 10 times the amount of business they currently do. Now watch how we can take this from 10 times the effectiveness and sales generation to 100. I'm going to take you to the prospector. So you know how when you're mining your book of business and we're trying to drum up more business and we're calling each and every one of our clients, and it's a rather lengthy and tedious process. Sometimes we even hire someone to help us and we get a little bit of business out of it. But it's really an efficient way to do that. So let me show you what you can do here is I can choose one of my clients. I'm going to choose Marcus. And I can, instead of calling him and surveying him, I can, with a click of a button, send him a survey. And I'm going to do this in investments and financial services. Just to let you know, I pre-selected 17 different products to save some time here, but you can select any products you want to. And this is the only application that allows you to survey clients on other products and services, I should say other services that aren't yours. So you can see what's happening in their purchasing process, and this is the only application that does that. So I'm going to go ahead and start. So here you can see the 17 different services that I've sent him a survey on, and here's the results. So he had a choice from unsatisfactory all the way to extremely satisfied. So unsatisfactory is a score of a 1, and then mild 2, satisfactory is 3, and so on and so forth. So you can very easily look for, we want 1s and we want 2s, because if they're not satisfied or they're just mildly satisfied, we have an opportunity here. And what else is great is you can see why they're not satisfied. So he's not satisfied in annuities because he thinks he needs a better value. If you like to look for colors, you can just look for green and think green is where the money is. Right. So now one thing that I was talking about is we have an opportunity to poll them on these different products. So let's say I only sell 10 financial products. Well, I can go from selling 10 products to 80 products if I want to, because this is going to provide and create new opportunities. And let me show you what that looks like. So now here, with the click of the button, it brought up all the opportunities just from this one client. And of course, you can do this with all of your clients and survey them. And it's also great for streamlining cross-selling, because so often we'll have less seasoned salespeople and they'll stay in their comfort zone. They'll just sell items they're really confident in, but they'll miss out on upselling their client base. And so Prospector has the preloaded questions from top sales professionals for any rep to follow, so they can now instantly replicate the best salespeople and quickly grow their business selling multiple products. And also, this survey is not limited to your clients. They have the ability to share it with their friends and peers. And so when they're on the platform, they can do that. And they get paid, remember, to share. So they're incentivized to do that. But it can just continue to exponentially grow and expand that way. So this is a real game changer in terms of exponentially expanding your business and the products you can sell or get paid for. I'm going to quickly show you a couple other functionalities on the application. I'm going to take you to the dashboard. And now this might make more sense as to what we're looking at here. So this is a live referral and networking pipeline. So notice I didn't say sales pipeline. So MarketSpace, it automatically systematizes, organizes, and tracks your prospecting efforts. So right now, of course, what are we doing to track our prospecting and networking and referral efforts? Collecting business cards and setting up coffee meetings and adding some to our CRMs and so forth, and of course some make it to the circular file. But when we add these contacts on MarketSpace, we can actually see what's happening in our prospecting pipeline. So for instance, here I have these products that this shows my products I'm selling and the amount of the opportunity. Again, I can see what's happening with my opportunities. I can look at the opportunities I have versus the proposals that I have sent out, and then I can graphically look at my opportunities that way. I can see my proposals, and of course I can look at my up-and-coming activities, which leads me to the last application I want to show you on here, or functionality, and that is that MarketSpace has a full service CRM. Because we understand that businesses carry a heavy burden every month in sales operating costs, and one of those, of course, is a CRM. And so the MarketSpace basic package has a complimentary plan that offers a full service CRM amongst other services. So I'll show you accounts. You can upload all of your clients, which of course is, you'd want to do that for prospector and sharing and so forth. And then you can upload your contacts. And you just click on contact, and you can fill out that information like that. Now, let's say you're at a networking function and you don't want to manually do this. They're not already in a system to upload. You can actually take your MarketSpace application on your phone, swipe it, and it'll automatically upload it in the system for you. So just make it as efficient as possible. And of course, there's a calendar. You can see John doesn't have a lot going on there. But if he wants to go ahead and create an event, just select the type, the task, but when he wants to get that done and finish filling that information out, press save, and that'll show up on the calendar for him. And of course, it also integrates with email, so you have a full service CRM. So if you're paying for one right now, and this could potentially replace that for you. So the MarketSpace platform is free to join. And some advanced services, such as a prospector, has an additional monthly charge, but I promised you a surprise at the end. So by attending this webinar, you have just qualified yourself to be a super user on the MarketSpace platform, complimentary of MarketSpace. Super users have access to all the features on the MarketSpace application, and when you pre-register today, it's free for you. This is limited to 1 employee per company. So to take advantage of this opportunity, just send me an email at jwoods@marketspaceusa.com. Put pre-register in the subject line and include your name, title, company, and phone number, and you'll be pre-registered to be a complimentary super user. So thank you. I hope you have enjoyed this webinar. I'll see you at your marketplace, MarketSpace, and remember that success is sharing.